Hello again. Today I will be going over how to use one of our enterprise features called custom email template. As a prerequisite to this video, you're gonna obviously have to have a Magic Developer account. You will have needed to set up custom email provider. In a previous video, I had gone over how to set this up so that you can send emails to your end user with your own domain. So, for example, here is a kind of email that would go out. You'll notice it's from noreply@trymagic.com. And if you set up custom email provider through any kind of hosting service you'd like, any email provider, an email to the user, of course, if you're using a email login method on your application, it can be sent from a domain that you own. That gives your users the feel that this email is coming from you, right? There is no split second of confusion, like, wait, what's going on, right? And so that's just one more thing you can do to white label the feel and make it your own. Today, if you have an enterprise agreement with us and you've set custom email provider up, you can further customize the email template. And so that's what I'll be going over today. The email that you get today can kind of be customized, right? I went over how you can send it from your email domain, but light or dark theme, this can be a white background. You can add a brand logo that would pop up right above the name of the app, pushing everything else down. You can choose a primary color, and while those are good customizations, it's still kind of limiting, right? You can't create really creative things, like, for example, something like this. Let's say you want your email template to look like this, right? And so what I've done is, look, I've created a custom email provider that gives me the option to create a custom email template. Let's create a new template. The link to the docs, I'll get that to in a minute. Let's name this. And I'm just going to name this welcome. And what you name it, it's important because it won't show up anywhere, but you will have to incorporate that into your code. And I'll be going over the code too in a second. So I'll name it welcome. The subject line is what gets put over here, right? So, by the way, it's welcome here because in the previous video, when you set up custom email provider, you can set up the sender name. So that's really all that is, right? I'm just going to change this to, let's have this be, it's from me, Richard. Okay, so in case that confuses anybody. So back to the email, create a new template. I'm going to name this welcome. And I'm going to do the subject line of use this OTP to continue logging in. All right, and now there's some HTML code here. And the docs are important, and I'll get into that in a second. But if you just look at this HTML in a second, like, that's really what this is. That's what's being sent out, right? And as you go down this, you'll notice that there are some variables you can plug in, right? Login code right under that. There's the OTP, right? So that's that. That's the OTP that the user will see and then copy and paste in. Link to the docs kind of goes over what variables there are and what you can post around your email template. should you choose to. Some of these will be obvious, like you're going to want to include the OTP. Some of these you don't have to use, right? It's really up to you. Caveat, please be on Magic SDK version 21.1.0 and above. If you're on a more previous version and you try this and it doesn't work, you will be very frustrated and trying to figure out what's going on. So be on the correct version. All right. This is the login email methods that we have, login with email LTP or Magic Link. If you're familiar with this, you'll notice that there's this new parameter to pass in to the method. Like this is obvious, right? The email. But you can do an override, and that override is the email template with your variation. So that's really what this is. And I'll walk through how to do this. So let's go back to the HTML. And let's just change this up in a way where it's obviously coming from this email template. For example, let's see, what can we do? Let's get rid of the breaks and the app name. Okay, no app name. Let's do your login OTP. Or let's just be a little more. Please use this OTP to continue your login, exclamation points. OTP is good. We'll keep going down. This login was requested via that at this time. No, I don't want to do that. I'm going to get this out of here, and we'll take this. Whoops. Do it right here. Do a break. This login is requested via that device at this time. Right, okay. So we'll do that. And then furthermore, we'll do from the custom email provider demo, the app name, team, exclamation point. So this is what the custom one will look like. Okay, this is the subject line. The subject line, maybe it should be the app name, which is custom. This app name is called custom email provider demo. All right, so let's save and publish this. All right, yeah, we'll publish. New templates created. Okay, so that's done. This is good for you to go. And you can create many, right? So you can have different templates, variations of these templates to send to different types of users. And so now this code. So let's go over how to implement this. And I'll be implementing it on this application. This should look familiar to you. It's the Next.js app that we make available via a quick CLI tool that we have. If you don't know where that is, check out your application. It's right there, the home section, right there. Spin it up. In like a minute, you'll have a full app that goes over some of the magic feature. So I'm going to log in here, and because it already has the custom email provider set up, it will send an email 0 minutes ago from my email provider with the default, if you will, default email template. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do on the code I'm going to bring this over right here to show you guys. This is what I have locally set up. This is that Next.js app I was telling you guys about. And in this app, this is the login with email OTP. Now, if we go back to the docs, it wants us to add this new parameter here. Okay. So after email, add an overrides in the object variation and the name. So let's pull this back up here. Alrighty, let's do this. And then I believe it was, is it variations? I already forgot. Overrides. Oh, there it is. Okay. I believe the object, variation, and then I believe I named it welcome. All right, so we'll save this. Just double check real quick. Email, overrides in the object, variation, welcome, and double check in that it really is welcome. This, yep, named it welcome. Okay, so I'll just show you the code one more time. This is it right here. This is it. Okay, so save that. I am going to retry a login. Close out of that. And we will try it again. All right, and I'm going to check my email. And this time, got one 0 minutes ago. This time, you'll notice it's different from the previous one. Google confuses me. Okay. Anyways, 0 minutes ago, this is it, right? We got rid of the subject, or I mean the app name up here. Please use OTP to continue your login. We have that, right? At this time, from this team with the exclamation points. So you can do whatever you want in this template and give your users more of a personalized touch, not only in how you deliver it, but from who it's delivered from. So just further giving your app that white label ability. And of course, it provisions your users a wallet on the fly behind the scenes so that your users can have a pleasant Web3 experience onboarding onto your app. So thank you.